What up, fixers? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to try and show you how to repair a door pin on a damaged door. Now this is on an 03 Sonoma, but it's basically the same thing as far as I know on any vehicle. So basically I'm going to run down what I'm going to do. The reason I'm having to repair this is because the bushing has gone bad, it's broken, and the door is super sloppy. Now, with the door being super sloppy, you have to slam it really hard. You have to really make sure it's shut. It opens a bit of a gap in the front of the door. If it rains really hard or you go through a car wash or something like that, you're going to get a lot of water in, or it may leak. It may not, depending on how well you shut the door, but it may leak. So, and over time, it's going to wear out both the, I guess it's called a striker post, I'm not really sure, and the lock that is on the door, or the door shutting mechanism, whatever the hell that's called. I really don't know. But what I need to do is I need to replace at least this one bushing. I have found in my years of compiling parts that I did not use a package that has 3 bushings in it that I don't know what vehicle they came from, but they look to be about the right size. I could have used them on my Impala. I used to have a 99 Chevy Blazer. I don't think that I ever used them on this vehicle though, on this 03 Sonoma. I may have used them on, I don't know, like any other number of vehicles that I've owned throughout the years, but I only have 3 left. So apparently I used one somewhere. So hopefully I'm going to take this thing apart and it's going to be the right size. If not, then we'll be dealing with a whole nother set of issues that I will have to deal with. So let me go ahead and bring you guys in, and I'm going to show you where the damage is. I'm going to show you what the door is doing, and then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to fix it. So here we go. Okay, so this is the damaged bushing. See if I can get a screwdriver in. I don't know, hopefully you can see that, but right here, half of that bushing is gone, and the pin, the hinge pin is sitting all the way over to the left, all right, which is causing the door to rock pretty badly. I think the upper bushing up here may also be gone, right there, but I can't really see it yet, not without like getting down on the ground. So I figure once the pin's out, we'll be able to see. But if you look here, let me see if I can do this and hold the camera. If you look how much I can rock the door up. You see that? Like, here we go. I don't know if I can show this. It goes up a lot. And when you try to shut it, here, let me take my little block out. Try to shut it, that's where it wants to go. It wants to stop like right here. It doesn't want to shut all the way. So this is how far off it is. Right there, that's how far off it is. So in order to shut it, you really have to slam it. It's you can see the marks it's leaving on the plate. I don't think it's really done any damage to the latch yet. But if I leave it like this for much longer, it will. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to support the door. I'm going to support the door, get it up a little bit so that I take the pressure off the hinge. So as you can see, I just got the door supported on a jack stand with a block of wood. The next thing I need to do is on top of that hinge, I don't know if you can see it, but right here, there is a little retaining clip. I have to get that off. I'm going to use a flat edge screwdriver, try and get under it, and then pry it up. After that, I'm going to pound the hinge out. So I'm going to set you guys back here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but hopefully well enough. Try and get in here. Hopefully it still allows you to see. So I'm just going to try and go under this and kind of just hammer up under it, assuming that this is flat enough. May have to try and get one that's a little smaller to start with. Yeah, let me do that. All right, so I got myself one that's a little thinner. This probably be a little easier if I wasn't trying to record it, but you know, I want you guys to kind of see. Come on. Somewhere where I can get a good, there, oh, almost got it. I got it. There we go. Just had to find a spot where I could get underneath of it. And I think hitting it with that first screwdriver kind of like wedged it back a little bit. Now, I kind of don't want to destroy this. I don't have in this package, I don't think I have any more retaining clips. So I'd like to see if maybe I can salvage this one. If I can salvage this retaining clip and reuse it, that'd be great. Because otherwise I don't really know what to do. So I'm going to take my time here, kind of working this thing off. Each side, front, back. Well, front. Can't really get to the back all that well. But, and it's free, and it flew. I got it. I got it. There it is. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to reuse it, but I'm gonna try. All right, so now that I got this off, all right, which is the first step, normally I would have already taken off the spring here. But for a long time ago, this thing came out of mine. I think I tried to shut the door on something or whatever. It got jammed and then it went flying. And I got it, but I never bothered to even try to put it back in. It didn't matter to me too much. All it really does is hold the door open. So from here, I am going to drive this pin out, but I'm reusing this pin. I'm not trying to put a new pin in, so I need to do it in a way where I'm not going to mushroom out the end or risk doing any damage to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try and knock it out with a piece of wood. Because if I can get it out like without damaging it, then we can drive it back in. So I'm going to grab a piece of wood and then we're going to use this hammer and then we're going to drive it out. All right, I got this. Will this fit in there? That looks like it is. Can't tell if I drove that out at all. It surely did. Go around the other side. All right, it's on it. That is definitely driving it out. Let's switch it up. I don't even know what this piece of wood is for. It's for this now, huh? All right, I think that's about all we're gonna get with this based off of the slant. But that is a good chunk of the way. So from here, use my punch pin. Now, the little hinge pin has a little divot on the top, which actually helps you not slip, but I don't know what I'm hitting there. Oh, resistance. Resistance is futile. Okay, so I'm hitting resistance with the hinge. I have not had that hinge go any farther back. That kind of sucks. It looks like it'll clear. Okay, it'll clear. It just fell down. Well, gravity. It'd have to work for me. Very nice. All right. Oof. Seems like it might be caught on that bushing a little. Let's give it a little persuasion. Don't like using the screwdriver to do this, but I don't think it's going to take much. Okay. Seems like it wanted to stop again. Come on now. Why you no like me? That's not going to work that way. There. Come on. I don't want to mess up my screwdriver. Honestly, I think the problem we're having now is that bushing, that broken bushing doesn't want to come out. I think it might be pinched on the door. So let's try moving the door around and see if that gives us any extra. Or it could be that gap in the pin. I think I'm getting somewhere with it. Nope. Oh, there we go. Ha ha. That pin is very worn out. Very, very worn out. So I'm still gonna try and reuse it. What I might do is see if I can find a washer or two to put on this end. Maybe I even flip it over. Since I haven't used this anymore, the spring's not gonna be in the way. Maybe I can flip it over, put a washer on it, and then maybe just have it sit in there. I don't know. We'll see. I think I might have to lower that jack a little bit, allow us to get a little space in there. It's all right. You can see that one's definitely busted, but also the top one's busted. So now I have to get the door moved over enough. I don't want to take the bottom ones off. I'm hoping that they don't, I don't know, I can't tell if they're broken, but I don't think they are. They're also on the inside of the hinge instead of, well, I guess these are on the inside of the hinge as well too. I didn't really realize that. I thought they were out here, but they're on the inner part. I'm sorry. They are on the inner part instead of the outer part. I thought they were on the outer part, but they're here. So I got to get those out. So I'm going to move the door over, and then that's going to allow me access to get these out. So I took my little block out and I'm pushing the door, and that one fell out on its own. Very nice. Lower one fell out on its own. So I guess here's the moment of truth. So I found this old package, and inside of it we have 3 bushings. Is that a lock ring? That might be a lock ring. Oh, I'm sorry. We found 3 bushings and possibly a lock ring. Maybe that's a hinge. I don't know. It's weird. This doesn't even look opened. This doesn't even look opened. So, did I use one? Had to have used one. There's only 3 in there. All right, let me get one of these out and see if it fits. Let's see. I should switch hands. Here we go. Let's see. It does fit in there. It's loose, very loose, but it does fit. Now the next question is, does it fit around the pin? Now I'm gonna do this. Here, I'm gonna have to put you back up here. it goes on to there. So I don't know if it's well, it goes on farther if I spin it. Maybe the pin just needs to be cleaned. It is very rusty. Maybe the pin just needs to be cleaned. It goes on to that if I twist it. So let me try cleaning this pin really good, and then we'll see if this will fit in here after that, because now it's going farther even easier. So maybe. So here's what I have discovered. I cleaned this off, and certainly this works better, but then it only goes up to this point. Okay, this part of the pin is bigger. I looked back in the bag and there was another size. So I must have used this on either, I don't know, maybe they're all the same, but I thought maybe I used it on another Chevy. And this one goes all the way to the top and fits that top pin size correctly. The way it was before, it would go this way. The bigger one would be on the bottom, wedged in the door, and the other would be on the top. Now, I guess we're going to find out if I can get the lock pin on to be reused. Let me get this top bushing out, and we will go from there. I'm doing a no-no. I'm putting all the weight on the lower hinge. That should be just enough, though, to get this out. There. You got to get this smaller one in. And this is not the way you should do this, really. You should not pull on the door like this. I'm gonna use this. Hopefully it applies pretty much an equal amount of force. This way is probably kind of stupid. All I want to do is get it started. There, I think that's started. Okay, now I'm gonna use the other side. Slowly get this thing pushed in. Ever so slow, I don't want to break it. Okay, now the bottom one. Let's try this one again. Okay, I think I got the one side in. Here we go. You know what might make this a little easier? A longer punch. I have a much longer punch. This will get us in. Actually, let me switch it over. Maybe I can get a flatter hit on it. Oh, I didn't know I could spin that all the way out there. That helps so much. Come on. It's going. Whew. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm using the punch upside down, using the fatter end, so I get more surface contact, and I think that's that. Our bushings are now in. So I am going to pull the door forward. First, I'm going to put this back, and I'm going to try and get this pin back up through the holes and into there. So I'm going to try and do it. Try to do it from the other side of the door so you guys can see. But if I can't, I'll have to come back around here and do it. But let's try it first. Try propping the door up again. Does that help? Oh, that takes it a little too far. There. What those dots do? Gets me close. That's almost dead on. Okay. So let's that got me really tight. Really tight. Alright, let's try our punch. We're going to use our punch to drive the head of this pin in. You guys notice that I did not do what I said I was going to do and put a washer in it to kind of space it out from where it was grooved. Well, there's a good reason why I didn't do that. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. So I am gonna go and see if I can straighten out this thing and see if we can put it back on. I managed to flatten it out, I think most of the way. I don't want to flatten it too much. It's got like a little kind of convex or concave shape to it. I don't know. I think convex is when it's kind of bubbled downward. Whatever. I mean, now it's convex. Now it's concave. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know. Those are science-y words. I mean, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to take the jack out from under the door. I'm hoping that will really put a pinch on that pin. Then I can put this back on top and use a flathead screwdriver to kind of drive it back into place. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it pinches it in place. I'd rather reuse this one than the one in the bag because this one honestly seems very different than that one. And I don't know where these actually came from, so I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to try it and we'll see how it goes. Put the block back down in here. Put that right on there. I'm going to try and do this from the other side of the door once again, so you can see. I think I said it earlier, but this would probably be a lot easier without recording, but you know, what fun would that be? Okay. Oh, this is not working as well as I originally had hoped. It's tight on there, which is good. I do like that. Maybe I can wiggle it down a little bit so it keeps jumping, so it stops jumping off. Yeah, that definitely seems to grip it where I want it a little better. Oh, there went down one side. Other side. Oh, it's going. Now the question is, will it lock into place? That actually seemed like it just locked right in. I don't know. That could just be me wishful thinking. I think that's that. I mean, I guess time will tell, but that really does feel and look like it locked in. Doesn't feel like the pin has been pushed out at all. I don't know. I think that might have done it. I guess the last thing to check, that bushing down there looks like it's still intact. So I figure as long as 3 of them are intact, then it should still function fairly well. I would imagine that these are the 2 most important as far as holding the weight of the door. That's why those broke, and those still seem to be in one piece. I'm gonna try shutting the door. If everything works well, then I'm gonna call that fixed. I think I'm gonna hit it with some grease, spray it with some silicone, maybe silicone grease. Sorry, I put this little rubber wire protector back. I don't know what it's protecting. There's no, oh, speaker wire. That's the only thing that I would imagine be in there, because it's, you know, manual knobs. It's not power locks. The only thing in the door that could be going through there is some speakers. All right, so let me pull this out and we'll try shut the door for the first time. All right, here goes nothing. You guys ready? Let's get back here. Here we go. Look at that. That thing just shut, man. All right, remember what it was doing before? Let's try and see. Look at the top. I'm not pushing that hard. I'm barely pushing that. All right. I'm gonna call that successfully fixed. Look at the door alignment. That gap is solid all the way up. That gap is solid all the way down. That looks like it seals all the way up fine. So there you go. I am gonna say that that's how you replace a door hinge. Now I've got to jack this thing up on the front end after I throw some silicone on that and see if we can't figure out where I'm still getting a clunk out in the front end. So I'm trying to figure out the clunk in the front of the truck, and let me show you what I found. You hear it? It is the steering box. I believe it's the steering box. So the shaft that goes to it, it's right there. And you can hear it. It's got play in it. And that's probably due to its age. I'm far less concerned about it now. It does make more of a sound when you go like off of like the driveway, like a curb where it's a little bit of a drop. It makes a little more of a knock sound. Now, that being said, I thought that it was the suspension. I went through, man, I yanked on everything, the tie rods, the steering bar, whatever that's called, the front sway bar. I did all of like the suspension, yanked on it, pulled on it, nothing was loose. The lower ball joint on this side, the boot, is a little torn, but there's no play in the wheel up or down or anything like that. And I adjusted the bearings in this, so I'm pretty good with that. So I'm left looking at that. That's the only thing that's making any noise. So I think that's what it is. Now in the process, I did discover that. Now I knew that these IROC rims were rubbing a little bit, but I had no idea how much. So if you look at the back of the rim, you can see where that's been rubbing, and it's been rubbing for a long time. And this side is far worse than the other side. So this side is just a little bit. This side is I would call that significant. Yeah, to the point where it makes me, I'm sure these rims are thick enough that it's not like almost through the rim or anything, but I don't want to take any more chances. So I am going to grind down the corner of that little piece and hopefully create enough clearance that this rubbing goes away. I don't want it to keep going like that. So I'm gonna jump in there with a die grinder and I'm gonna grind that down, and then I guess I'll bring you guys back afterwards. I don't know how to really like film that while I do it. I record all of the stuff on my phone, so I'm not really sure how to film that while I do it. So I tell you what, I'll just bring you guys back in after, unless I figure out a way. I might try and set the camera up and then see if it gets anything, and then if any of that footage looks like it's interesting or usable, or I don't know, maybe if I get showered in sparks and my hair gets lit on fire, maybe you guys want to see that. And you know, when I edit this from my hospital bed or the afterlife, I'll throw that shit in the video. But short of that, I'm just gonna grind it off. There's plenty of lip there. I'm not worried about the integrity of it or the structural integrity of it. There's plenty of curl on this that I feel comfortable in just taking off. I don't know, start with like 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/16 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch, and see if that provides the clearance necessary. If I'm doing this side, I'll probably do the other side as well. I mean, why the hell not if I'm already down here, right? So I'll talk to you guys then. And like I said, if I light my own hair on fire, enjoy the show. All right, so there we go. Grounded it off. Only missed this one little spot where it jumped. That's it. Other than that, I took it off. I took a little bit off. Still a nice lip there. I even got the burrs off with the file. So nice and clean. Grinded it off with that. Turned the wheel all the way to the other way. So here's the wheel, turned all the way where it was rubbing, and all you get is a little bit of the pad on the rotor. That's it. Otherwise, good to go. And I'm gonna do that same thing on the other side. I don't think I'll bother to show you that. And then we'll be done. Before we're done, let me show you, just so, I already told you, but just so you can see, like I said, all of this is tight. None of it wants to give. It's all good. So, pretty sure just that knock is just the steering box. So I'm gonna leave you guys at that. Found the knock, it's the steering box. Fixed the door, that's done. And grounded off part of the, what is that, the top A arm? I'm not even sure. Look, I'm not a mechanic. I did do what I do at your own risk. You know, I mean, I'm mechanically inclined, but I'm not like a trained or certified or, you know, super awesome mechanic guy. I'm just a guy. So, but if anything I do, you know, is beneficial to you, if it helps you in any way, if you get anything out of it, please like and subscribe, and I would really appreciate that. Anyhow, I will catch you later.